Okay, good morning. I'm James Mensah. Trading with Mensah is the channel, and we are going to just be looking at Bitcoin USDT on a larger time frame. Now, I just watched a video of another YouTube trader. I'm not going to mention a name, and that person believed that it's just up and away. And I just believe that with Bitcoin, as we've seen, anything is possible. Yes, we have been in a very bullish market since the beginning of 2023. As you can see here, January was the first time we printed a green candle on. This is the monthly. We've just zoomed right out, okay, to analyze what's going on here. January the 23rd was the first time we had printed a green candle since November 21. Okay, that is a whole year of downside. As you could see through 2022, it was just down all the way. There was not one green candle printed. 2023 January, we had our first green candle printed, and you could actually say that since then it has just been up and away, and we are talking about 2 years of up, slight drawback, because there's only so much you can go up. This level here was 15,000. Markets had tanked from 70,000 to 15. Okay, you're talking about 1/6 of what it was. It's pulled back to 1/6 of what it was up here. Okay, now if we look at this run up here that we've had, it's just been up and away. We had a slight period of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of it playing within a particular zone, being 53 to 69. It was just kind of stayed in there, and then we finally had our all-time high breakout on November the 24th, where the price broke above all-time highs for the first time and just went soaring all the way up. I'd like to bring your attention to something here that I'd noticed quite a while back. This white line, I drew this white line, I don't know, maybe coming up to a year ago almost. And I just saw these 2 points here, these two areas. Let me just remove, sorry, just 1 second. Let me make this larger. I'd seen that we had March 2021 March, we'd hit an all-time high. Okay, price went flying down, and that all-time high was 64,000, and then we was down back at 28,000 just 3 months later. That's like a more than a 50% slash to bounce back up another few months later for another all-time high, creating this peak here at around about 70,000. I decided, 2 points, let me just draw this 2 points connecting and extend the line out as far as it could go, with it being more or less sat on this line. Okay, now several years later, remember what I said, this is November 2021. I just noticed that when I drew this line, it was probably about, it was somewhere into last year, around about here. I just extended it. I had no idea where the price was going. And we're here in January 2025. You could see that we had, especially with this candle here, which is February 25, where there was the big tug of war between the bulls and the bears. As you can see, very there is no body, basically. It's just a spinning top, but you can see how accurately it lined up with this. And this is just, I was pretty shocked, to be honest. I was shocked because, when you're just here in your house on your laptop just drawing these lines, and then you see maybe a year later it hitting that area, it's fascinating to me, absolutely fascinating. So I just wanted to share this because, bear with me, I've just got to blow my nose. coming down with a cold, but hey, it's just fascinating to me. Yeah, just looking at this now. What I wanted to bring your attention to as well is if we look on the RSI, the last time we hit into the green zones, like on the top end of the RSI, when I say my top end is 80 and above, because that's how I've set my RSI, 80 and 20. Okay. I see a lot of 70 and 30, then that's fine. But when I set it at 80 and 20, when I see some things are oversold, they are oversold. It's not if, but it's like, okay, they're oversold. Like clearly you can see here, April 2021, we was at 93. It's from that massive run up, running up from 7,000 up to 64 in a matter of months. Okay. This is just a sign. I just wanted to make this video to show you Bitcoin is just unpredictable. I'm sorry to say it is unpredictable. You can predict to a certain extent, but it just does things that you just won't think it would do. When everyone was up here, it's at 70,000. Who would have thought within a few months we'll be back down at 15,000? I just was shocked, to be honest. But anyway, as you can see, we have this line which seems to be respected now. It's hit this area. We had a few wicks push up and break back down. The body stayed up below. Wicks broke up and came back down. Then we had this one that touched it basically exactly. And now we're printing our first proper red candle in March 2025. And I see a lot of ideas of up and away. Of course, as you can see, I've drawn these lines, these trend lines. And these are the reasons I've drawn these trend lines, okay? Here you can see clear support happening, resistance happening, support happening, resistance happening, support, breakdown, support, resistance, break up, resistance here, support here, break up, resistance at this point. Now, this yellow line here, you can't really see why I drew this yellow line, and because I drew it on a smaller time frame. I just want to stay in the monthly for now, just to show you the bigger picture. Now, this is our first red candle printed. That's seeming to be on a pullback. Now, we could easily be seeing a retest on this 70,000 area, okay? But we could also be seeing it break lower. It's very possible that it could break lower. Retest here, right? And if it does that, if it breaks lower and you see it retesting like it has, look at this area. This took a long time to break out of this line here. If it goes below and has its issues getting above there, then you obviously know what time it could be. We could be seeing let me just get my tools out. Okay. Measured move for something like that. Excuse me, sorry, let me get my markers right. Measured move for something like that happening could be. Remember, when I say measured move, if it does that, it would be coming up and forming a head and shoulders, right? Head and shoulders pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Now, measured move of that. And I know it's not what people want to actually see. Could be a possible pullback down into, you see the numbers. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. 30K. Now people saying, oh, no way. But Look at the rundown we had here. Look at the RSI and where it is. Let's have a look at things, okay? When we had our pullback from 69,000 down to 15, okay? That being a 1/6 of the previous price, yeah? Why would you say, okay, from 16 to 108,000, we can't have another price pullback? Why not? If Bitcoin can do it here, why can't it do it here? Why can't that happen here? Pulling things all the way back down to down here. It can happen. If it comes below here and has trouble retesting and then breaks down and then retests here, that's a good sign that you'll be. This is why I believe that being able to trade long and short is a blessing. Sitting on the sidelines waiting for bullish all the time is I don't know, like it's sad, to be honest, because there's so much opportunity to make money on the way down, and when things are tanking, they really tank. So that's let's look at we're on the monthly candles. MACD, you can see it's curling over. We see a crossover this orange line from the blue line. That crosses over. Let me just go to the last place where that crossed over, okay? Can you see what was happening at that time on the monthly? It crossed over and that was it. Boom. Yeah? At the point where it crossed back over the blue line, you can see again, boom. Look what's happening in this area. Let me just enlarge this. You see that little tick over that's happening with that blue line? Well, that's all I'm going to say about this one. That's my analysis, and I'll see you on the next video.